There are moments in life when the world goes completely silent. Not the peaceful kind of silence, but the heavy one. The kind that only exists late at night. When lights are off, phones are untouched, and thoughts grow louder than voices ever could. Tonight was one of those moments. While most people surrendered to sleep, somewhere in the quiet darkness, your soulmate remained awake. Not scrolling, not distracted, not running from their thoughts. They lay still, staring into the ceiling, feeling something they had tried to ignore for a long time rising again. They were thinking about you, not casually, not briefly, but deeply, emotionally, intensely. Every time they closed their eyes, your presence appeared, not as a memory from the past, but as something alive, something unfinished. They turned to one side, then the other, hoping sleep would come and shut it all down. But the heart doesn't listen when the soul is awake. They told themselves tomorrow would be just another day, that these thoughts would fade by morning, that they had already moved on. But the mind can lie, the body can pretend, the soul never does. Your face surfaced in their thoughts without permission. The sound of your voice echoed in the spaces between their breaths. Small moments returned. The way you laughed when you felt safe. The way you grew quiet when something mattered. The energy you carried into their life without ever trying to impress. And that's when something uncomfortable happened. They realized you never really left. No matter how much time passed, no matter how busy life became, no matter who came after you, you were still there. In the stillness of the night, they finally stopped lying to themselves. There was no one to impress, no one to distract them, no noise to hide behind, just truth. And the truth spoke clearly. I miss them more than I admit. No one affects me the way they do. I've tried moving forward, but my heart doesn't cooperate. That realization didn't come gently, came heavy, came with resistance. They questioned themselves, trying to regain control. Why do I still feel them when they're not here? Why does everything remind me of them? Why does my chest react before my mind does? And then the answer arrived. Simple, terrifying, honest, because this connection is real. At some point during the night, your soulmate compared you to everyone else who entered their life after you. And for the first time, they didn't protect their ego. They didn't sugarcoat the truth. No one listened the way you did. No one understood their silence. No one felt like home. You weren't just someone they met. You were someone who changed them. You showed them a version of love they weren't ready for at the time. A love that didn't demand, but revealed. A love that rewired their heart without forcing it. You awakened parts of them they didn't even know existed. And once the soul recognizes that kind of connection, it never truly forgets it. That's when regret arrived. Regret is quiet during the day. It hides behind routines, responsibilities, and distractions. But at night, it walks in uninvited and sits right beside you. They thought about words they should have said, actions they should have taken, moments they didn't protect, chances they assumed would always be there. And then the most painful truth surfaced. They didn't lose you because love was missing. They lost you because fear was louder. Fear of commitment, fear of vulnerability, fear of choosing love fully, fear of not being enough. That realization didn't just hurt, it humbled them. And while all this was happening, something else occurred. You felt it too. If recently you experienced a sudden wave of emotion without knowing why, a heaviness in your chest, a strange calm mixed with longing, an urge to think about them again, that wasn't random. When souls are deeply connected, energy travels without permission. Their thoughts reached you. Their emotions brushed against your spirit. Even in silence, communication continued. And somewhere between midnight and early morning, your soulmate reached a breaking point. They stopped running. They stopped pretending they were fine. They stopped telling themselves it didn't matter anymore. For the first time in a long time, they sat with the truth instead of escaping it. And in that stillness, something shifted. A decision began forming. Not impulsive, not emotional, but life-altering. A decision that would require courage. A decision that would change the direction of their heart. They hadn't acted on it yet. But once the soul decides, everything else eventually follows. And this was only the beginning. That decision did not arrive loudly. It didn't come with dramatic promises or sudden actions. It arrived quietly, the way truth always does when it can no longer be ignored. Somewhere between exhaustion and clarity, your soulmate understood something simple and irreversible. Living without you felt heavier than risking everything, to be honest. For a long time, they believed walking away was strength. They told themselves distance meant control, that silence meant healing, that time would erase what they felt. But time didn't erase it. Time only stripped away the excuses. They finally admitted something they had never said out loud. I chose comfort over truth. I chose fear over love. And it cost me the one connection that felt real. That realization changed the way they saw their entire life. They saw how often they ran when emotions became real. How they sabotaged depth because it required vulnerability. How they delayed decisions hoping feelings would fade on their own. And suddenly the pattern became clear. You weren't the problem. The timing wasn't the problem. Love wasn't the problem. Fear was. And once they saw it, they couldn't unsee it. That's when the decision became firm. They decided to stop denying what their heart already chose. They decided to face their emotions instead of suppressing them. They decided to grow into the version of themselves that could hold the connection they once pushed away. This doesn't always mean an immediate message. This doesn't always mean a sudden appearance. Some decisions happen internally first. They began rearranging their inner world, questioning old habits, letting go of emotional defenses, releasing patterns that once felt safe but kept them disconnected. They understood that if they came back, they couldn't come back the same. Because love like this doesn't accept half-truths. They knew that before reaching you, they had to reach themselves. And this is where the universe comes in. The separation was never punishment. It was preparation. Both of you needed space to grow. Both of you needed clarity. Both of you needed to remember your own worth without depending on each other to define it. The universe sometimes separates soulmates not to end the connection, but to remove what would eventually destroy it. Had you stayed together before this growth, fear would have kept repeating itself. The love would have remained, but peace wouldn't. So life stepped in. Distance was created. Silence was allowed. Lessons were assigned. And now, the timing is shifting. That's why you're being drawn to this message now. What you need to do in this moment is important. Do not chase. Do not force outcomes. Do not question your worth. Instead, stay grounded. Protect your peace. Continue becoming the version of yourself that feels whole even in solitude. Your calm is powerful. Your self-respect is magnetic. Your healing speaks louder than words ever could. When you stop needing the outcome, alignment happens naturally. The more you honor yourself, the easier it becomes for them to meet you at the same level. And if this message is meant for you, you already know. You felt drawn to listen until the end. You thought of one specific person without trying. Your heart felt heavy, yet strangely calm. You've tried to move on, but something keeps pulling you back. These are not coincidences. What happens next won't be loud at first. Expect subtle shifts, dreams that feel real, moments where their energy feels close, their name appearing unexpectedly, songs, numbers, or memories surfacing without effort. Alignment always comes before communication. When fear loosens its grip, when courage becomes stronger than ego, when truth outweighs pride, paths cross again. And when they do, it won't feel like starting over. It will feel like continuing something that never truly ended. Final message for you. Your soulmate didn't stay awake by accident. They stayed awake because the soul does not sleep when something unfinished still lives inside it. You mattered. You still matter. And the decision they made will change both of your lives in ways you cannot fully see yet. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust yourself. Because love like this does not disappear. It waits.